Oh, here we go. And the recording has started. You can admit them in. I'm going to start streaming on Facebook. Okay, here we go. This is bonus Sunday, and I'm sorry, everyone. We had a little bit of a delay with the beginning, but that's because I'm alone with my little one. And I just had to give her some attention before starting here. Hello, Marianne. Hello, Danielle. Hello, ladies, my lovelies. And there we are. We are live. That's it. Done. Facebook is working, right? Amazing, amazing. And this is our final meeting, our final session. I'm so happy about everything that we have achieved during these like what was supposed to have been a 5-day challenge, but actually turned out to be an 8-day challenge, right? And today I want to recap things with you. I want to show you the much that you have learned, because it is very easy for us to just like be thinking about what has immediately happened, what we have just like recently learned, and then we forget what we learned first. And everything that we have learned here adds up to help you be in a position to really become the professionals that you want to become. So I do not want you to forget about any step, about any content, about any sharing that there was during this week, because all of that together is what will make you capable of fulfilling your dreams. So I have already shared a quick summary of like what I wanted to have in mind throughout like the process and forever, but I will go through everything today as well. Okay. Before we get started, I think we have something very important. Are we doing it right now? Yes, 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 yes. So let's celebrate someone. Let's celebrate everyone today through someone who will actually get the full 1-hour private coaching call with me that will happen just as soon as tomorrow. So we're going to speak today and schedule the coaching call for tomorrow already. All right. And Isatel, I know that we have many names because this is like the best part of the week where everyone is eligible, provided that they have participated, right?
Yes, yes. So we have our wheel. I'm pulling up right now, and one lucky winner will get access to that coaching call. So let me get it at the second. I have all these names here. Those who've done their homework multiple days were entered. So now we're going to spin the wheel and see who gets this call with Lisi.
I love those names there. Oh, wow. Isn't she a lucky one? Isn't she a lucky one? Oh my gosh. All right. So
Sarah
has won our coaching call. Amazing. Amazing. That's great. I'm happy for her. She is a lucky one, right? As a kid, I don't know if this has ever happened to you. As a kid, I was even afraid of raffles and stuff, because every time that there was a raffle and then I saw all of those big prizes, and then everyone was getting the big prizes. And then when it got to my turn, my big prize was like, I was like 6, 8, 10 years old. I got a tablecloth, or I got like a drying towels, or I got those things like that. I was like, seriously, what is it? So I was even afraid to enter any raffle because I knew that whatever prize was good, it was not going to be mine. That has become a mindset that I have to overcome, though. I have to overcome that. So here we are. Welcome, Therese. I'm glad that you can make it today. I hope your flight. Oh, she is probably in the airport. She's probably in the airport. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for making time for us, even though you are in the middle of a trip. Thank you very much. So, like I said before, we're gonna kind of like recap everything that we have done. Okay. And then let me walk you through by means of that image that I shared with you. Let me open it here for us. 1, 2, 3. This is it. Just so we are all on the same page, I should give me like this spotlight and then share it here. And there we go. So this is our recap, okay? First thing that I want you to remember is you were made for this, right? There are some characteristics in you that are just going to flourish as you explore and as you learn everything to turn your personality into something that will help you build your business and carry on and help people look better, feel better, because you know the tools. But the things that make you capable of doing that are already in you, and you only have to explore them and put them to good use, right? You are good soil, and you're going to make that seed grow, flourish, like really, it will bloom. Because just like I shared on the first day, women are like nurturing, and we tend to really want to help people by nature, right? It's something that is in us. And when we help people understand how their natural image can actually help them achieve their goals, and we show them how they will enhance their features, camouflage what is necessary, balance what they have to balance to reach their goals and feel like the person they were created to be. This is just like refining that the skills that you already have and adding science theories to that. Okay, so the things that we will learn together are proven theories, and there's a lot of science behind as well, right? But you were made for this. You already have what you need to start studying and then practicing and become really a successful image consultant in the future. You got this, right? Your faith will help. This is, we talked a lot about how faith can go hand in hand, how it feels like I feel in my heart that what I do is a mission, and somehow it may even become like a ministry, because the people we're going to be working with are people who really need our help, and they need help finding light. They need help finding their true essence, which is in the Lord. And then there will be people we will help, because not everyone has to be working with Christian people, right? You may be working with people of different faith, or even with people who have no faith at all. What I would say about that is, regardless of your being open, obvious, clear, and direct about your faith, you can always help people be like the image of the Lord, because it will be in your own principles. It is the way that you behave, because you are a Proverbs 31 woman. So that is innate to you, and you will do it even if you're not publicizing, that you are doing something for the kingdom, that you're doing something for the Lord. You can still do it, right? So you can use your faith to help you feel grounded and to make sure that what you're offering is something that makes sense and that will definitely help people. And it's not something that you're doing just because you want to make money. No, there is a lot of power. There is a lot of healing. There is a lot of reward in a career as an image consultant. And I have to say that the reward of seeing your client excelling and like really being out there and succeeding and reaching their goals, and then turning back to you and saying, thank you, because it was through your magic that I am here. That is the most rewarding thing. And that alone is a great gift that the Lord gives us, because he allows us to help people and to heal lives. Consider your field. This is when we have to be more practical here. It is not about the heart, it's about the mind, and it's about really how we are going to make money. If you want to serve everyone, you will end up serving no one. Okay, so I think I've shared a little bit about this with you on the day that we discussed your field. But when I presented in the AICI International Conference in 2015, I was talking about what now is called a micro niche. I was telling people that if they did not know the detail of who their client is, it is much harder for them to market. So what I noticed when I did my research before the presentation was that when you got to some consultants' website, there would be a laundry list of services that they offered. And when there is a laundry list of services that you offer, you will never be excellent at any of them. It is impossible. You cannot be excellent at like 20 different services. You have to be excellent at, you know, a small list of things and be the person who will be the expert in those. So if you want to really be successful and have be acknowledged and have credibility and be noticed in the market as people who make a difference, it will be much easier if you start focusing on what is your audience, how you will serve them, and just really focus down to the detail of the kind of service that you want to offer. When we go into the program, I'm going to help you come up with the programs that you may offer. And I will say, do not have more than 3. And then one of them is the one that you love and is the one that you will easily sell because it's a no-brainer. One is an entry one, and the other one is the one that is going to be like the VIP or something like this. If you only have those 3, it's easy for you to communicate because it's always the same person that you will be talking to, but that person will be in different stages of their lives, and you will be able to serve your audience with quality and really be remembered for the great results that you offer. The outcome is what you have to be looking for. You have to sell your outcome to the client. So far, so good. If you have any questions, would you please just type them in, and then Noel and Isadel will tell me what they are. If you have questions, today is the day. Type them. I already have some that I will answer that have got to me before we started. But today's the day for you to really have no more questions left. Speak wisely. When I explained to you like what the image consulting world is, I mentioned the ABC. We deal with appearance, behavior, communication, and recently it was added digital presence. Okay, so if you think that communication is part of being an image consultant, you have to understand that you have to communicate clearly. You have to communicate clearly. If you're not clear about what you're communicating, you will make it hard for your customer to buy from you. And the very first step for you to communicate clearly is presenting yourself, introducing what you do in a way that it makes sense for your audience. So when I say to people what I do, it is a little tricky because I do have to mention that I train, I coach, but I am also a consultant. So putting all of those 3 roles together in a short sentence sometimes is tricky. So this is why I went with image and style coach and trainer. Because as a coach, I can be serving my 2 audiences, which are like my primary audience is the people who are getting the training. So I coach them in a career. And then I also coach my clients when they come to me, right? So try to be as objective as possible when you decide that you're going to introduce yourself using such and such. Like I said in the beginning, image consultant is the big umbrella. So by saying you are an image consultant, you are telling the people that you have expertise to do more than only personal styling. There is nothing wrong with being a personal stylist, though. You just have to understand that if you are saying that you are a personal stylist, people will not be expecting that you offer certain services, okay? Because they will say, well, for her to offer these services, she needs more knowledge. And usually a personal stylist does not study as much as an image consultant to practice the analysis and all of the services that are within the umbrella of image consulting. Okay, so if you are a coach, if you are already a coach, and it can be like a life coach or whatever coach that you already are, you actually may introduce yourself as a style coach. You can, because being a coach is something that requires some sort of certification. If you have that certification and you want people to remember that you do more than the consulting, you can introduce yourself as a style coach. I would, however, advise you against using the word coach if you have not had the training for that. Being a coach requires specific training. Okay? So, know your power. We get caught in being used to what our life is like, and stepping out of that comfort zone is very hard for everyone. It is not for you only. It is for me as well. To take that step and to do something that is not what you're used to doing requires courage, requires planning, and requires really being comfortable with the uncomfortable, right? You have got to go like, okay, I don't mind being uncomfortable for a while because I have a bigger goal. And this is when your passion has got to be bigger than your fear. Write this down. Your passion has got to be bigger than your fear. So if you're passionate about it, there is no fear that will hold you back, because you can do it. And just remember that, like I said the other day, there are only two people who will be with you forever in your life to the day of your grave. And it's the Lord and you. These are the only two people who have to please 24 hours in your life, no one else. So if it is in your heart, it's because God has given you the power. He has planted that seed there, where he has set that fire in your heart. And now it's up to you to make it happen. There's some noise here. Let me just close the door. I'm sorry, my husband had to go out, and it seems that he's back, so there is noise now. I was like, I had my door open because I was like just watching my daughter from the distance. Now it's all fine. So if there is that fire in your heart, it's because you can do it, right? So don't doubt your power. You know that because you are a woman, you are already capable of 10% more than men. You are already able to do at least 10% more than a man can do on a day. And if you have become a mom already, or that like the day that you become a mom, you even be able to do more, because moms just add more things to their table and they deal with it. They make it happen, right? That's the superpower that we all get.
So can I ask you something right there?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, can
okay,
you just,
fine.
No.
I just wait. No, it's fine.
Type in the question, and I will answer the questions right in a minute in the end. Just type it in. So number 6, your tools. I want you to understand that the world of image and style consulting is there to support you. It is not a new industry. It's an industry that has been there for over 40, 45 years. We have tools, we have systems, we have communities, we have apps, we have so many different things out there for you to choose from and to grow your business in a way that it makes sense to your practice. So from the beginning, something I want you to know is you will not be required to buy any extra material unless you decide that material is important for your practice. There is a personal, strategical decision for your business. One of the things that I regret the most in my career is having jumped too fast to buy stuff that in the end I didn't use. Right, Noel? You are just so eager to go out there and do it that you start surrounding yourself with material because you think you need that all. And the thing is, you look at that consultant who has been in the business for, I don't know, 10 years. So she has acquired material all over, like during those many years. And then you look at that and you think that because she's got that much, you've got to get that much as well. And that's not true. She has that because it's been useful for her throughout her career. So as you feel the need, you will invest in new material because your business requires that. And you may need things that are different from what I need. You may actually come to me and say, Lissy, I'm thinking of things doing such and such. What kind of material would I use? And I'm going to go, I have no idea, but let's figure it out together. Right? I'll share this with you super quick. A friend of mine, she is an image consultant, but she is all about arts. And she wanted to give her clients something totally different and unexpected to celebrate their silhouettes. Just like me, she's a person who believes that everybody's perfect no matter their shape. So because she's an artist, she started making little statues, like dolls, like with like the proportional body of that person that became a sculpture. So it's as if she made like a small sculpture of every client she had. Was that something necessary? No way, no one does that. But for her, because of the type of work she does, every time she had her image consulting retreats, she had her lovelies, I'm going to say her lovelies, but her women, her ladies, she had them go through this process of letting go of anger, fear. It was a very mind, heart kind of retreat that she had. And then in the end, they were so confident about their bodies, not only because of the image consulting process, but because of this whole holistic approach that she had. So for her, it made sense. But then if you look at that and you go like, oh my goodness, now I have to learn arts and crafts so that I can deliver something good to my client. No way. You are your own boss. You run your business and your business will look just like you. You will find the tools that will help you serve your clients. Okay. That being said, the human stripe tool is one that I use, is important for my type of business. You are going to be able to learn to use that in time, but you do not have to use it if you realize that for your business, it makes no sense. If you're running retreats, if you're not seeing people one-on-one, you're not going to have that kind of system for every client that comes to a retreat. It doesn't work. It makes no sense. Now, if you're having one-on-one with clients, that will help you a lot. So you will identify what works best for you as you build your business, and I'll be there for you. So never forget Proverbs 31 to help you focus, get centered, and deliver your best. If you just remember what the Proverbs 31 is all about, there is no way that you will not excel, because it gives you like the details of what you have to do and what you have to be careful about, what you have to be worried about, what you have to be mindful about. Okay, so consider your field and buy it. Out of your earnings, you will plant your vineyards. I believe you can do it, and I hope you do believe as well. You will be dressed in fine linen and purple, meaning you will start from yourselves. Hey, Rochelle, you will start from yourself. So the first person that will go through an image consulting process will be yourself, as you apply all of those techniques to you. Okay, so you will be dressed in linen and purple and clothed in strength and dignity, because you are Bellezza after all, and you walk in the clothes of the Lord. That's your elegancia. All right. And many people have done noble things, but I am confident that you'll surpass them all. So never forget these verses of the Proverbs, and always remember the other ones as well, because they will guide you. They will make you be grounded and confident that you are doing your best. This is like the quick wrap up. I know that you have questions, and I will answer them all. I will just stop sharing this now so that I can see you here. So a few questions that I had, I actually have answered some in the video like yesterday, but there is one that I thought was very, very smart, which is, what can I already do even before we start the training program, because the training program will start officially first week of June, so that I can like make things happen faster and in a better way for me, in a smoother way, or like, the question was not like these exact words, but it was around that. So, okay. So what you can do, because there is a lot that we will learn, I don't want you to get overwhelmed trying to anticipate things, trying to get ahead of things. But what you can do, and I strongly suggest you do, is go back to the optimal client identifier tool, answer those questions, and make sure that you find the people you love and you want to serve. After you do that, go back to the other tool that I kind of shared with you, but that is what says, what gives you information regarding social media. It is, for some people, unfortunate that we have to rely on social media to promote our businesses. But at the same time, if we didn't have social media, we would be maybe like throwing business cards at places that we go to. We would be doing that like in person everywhere. Social media makes it easier for us because it's here, right? You can just go live, share a post. It makes it cheaper, faster, and easier. But I want you to find your office space. Remember that I talked about your office space? When you want to rent an office for whatever business you have, you're going to find the space that suits your financial means, that suits your needs, right? It's within your budget then. If you have that in your brick and mortar business, what you do when you choose your social media is basically the same thing. You're choosing what office you're going to have, where it's going to be, because you want to be close to your audience. The reason some people have offices on Fifth Avenue is because they know that they're close to the people who are there, that are their customers. The reason some people have offices that sometimes in the industrial center is because they work with the industry. So what you're going to do is exactly that, considering social media as your office. So in what office do you want to have, in what office space and what office building do you want to have your space? Is it LinkedIn? Is it Facebook? Is it Instagram? And focus on one and grow your audience there. So for now, what I suggest you do is, after you know, okay, so this is my audience, this is my field, this is what I want to be, you will go to the social media and you will like, what is it that my profile is saying? Is this something that when someone gets to know me, will help them know that I am an image consultant in training? What images have I shared during like this length of time that I have been online? Is this something that I want my audience to see about me? Everything that you don't think people should see, you don't have to delete. You can just like turn it to private, only you can see, or only family and friends, whatever you want to do, okay? If you want to delete that, that's fine as well. But clean up the social media that you're going to use so that it looks more professional. You do not have to have a new social media to do it, right? It gets confusing, it gets overwhelming because you're going to have to be doing the two things. And eventually you will post something professional in your personal, and you will post something personal in your professional social media. So just relax. People need to know that you have a business and you are a person. People who will buy from you, and then let me ask you this like real quick, just like use the reactions like with the thumbs up to answer this. Who of you actually went and checked my social media profile, like to see my Facebook account, my personal one, who went to my Instagram, who went to my LinkedIn, because you wanted to know if I was legit. You wanted to know if I am really the person that I say I am. And then I saw some of you and I thought it was so fantastic because it made me remember things as well. You found posts that I had shared, I don't know how long ago. So this is how people relate to you. People have to trust you. So it is okay that you will have a picture that is not of you working. It's something that you are enjoying life, because people want to know that you are a human, that you are there, that you exist, that you really have a life, that you're doing that like successfully and honestly and respectfully, and just like a Proverb 31 woman. So right now, this is the one thing I suggest you do. Clean up your social media, the one that you want to use. If you're not going to use Instagram, don't worry about it, leave it there. If you're not going to use Facebook, don't worry about it, leave it there. Just go to the one that you believe your audience is in and organize it in a way that it reflects who you want to be in the world, okay, in your image consulting business, in your image consulting practice. Is that helpful? Yes? Okay, so what other questions can I answer? Isatel and Noel, do we have more questions coming in?
I think just even speaking to single women, maybe they don't have, kids, how they can really, like I think as a mom, you do juggle a lot, but I think even just finding maybe greater calling and purpose, doing this, even if you don't have, a husband and kids and a whole household to manage, like maybe just speaking to like just how I think this is just going to really strengthen and broaden the God-given calling that you have.
Well, being an image consultant has nothing to do with being married and having kids, right? It is about a personality, and it's about a character, and it's about like just what when I think of Proverbs 31, I have to say something. I don't like when they say like the noble wife, because it really implies that you have to be married to be noble. Okay, and I disagree. I think there is like things happen in our lives at the right time, and you can very well be a great image consultant not being married, not having kids. Actually, you will have more time for your business. So if you have nothing else to worry about, if it's all about your business, it will only help you reach your goals faster, right? And what I can actually add to that is interesting is most stylists are single, and most image consultants are either like married or have had kids. The approach to the work is different because of the experience you're living. The younger you are, and that is something I shared when we talked about the field, and I shared like how to introduce yourselves and how to choose if you are more creative or from a classic world, remember? Oh, have a nice flight, God bless you. The younger you are, the more connected to your creative world you are as well. So the bigger the chances that you would be choosing becoming a personal stylist rather than an image consultant as your way to introduce your services to the world. Does that answer the question, Azadel?
I think so. If there anyone else has any questions, please put them in the chat. We'd love to help answer them.
Yes. Rochelle, I'm happy to see you again. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Please type in your questions. I'd love to answer them. And Roxanne, you too. Marianne, I know that you had a question before, right? So did you type it in?
It's some of what I shared, I asked about. I kind of I think I restructured what she was asking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. My goal is to make transitions from college instructor to realtor to image consultant. Look over here, and I don't want to look like I'm scattered and unfocused. No, she won't be. She's very centered. She's very centered. Okay. Oh, Helen is joining. So what I want you to have in mind is that your dreams of becoming an image consultant are 100% possible to be achieved if you take the first step, which is really like taking the action to make it happen, right? Hey, Helen, thank you for joining. Hey, Rogério, hello. That's what shows there. Anyway, so there is no such thing as a business that will flourish like overnight, okay? You can choose to pursue a career as an image consultant or a stylist. That is definitely like a business model. And that is something that you will, from the beginning, try to organize it in the best. Oh, yeah, that gets to the other question. That will help you have like a real business with an LLC or whatever that is, okay? Or you can very well start your practice being an individual, serving people like in a more informal way, and then just wait until you're ready to launch your business. The two paths are possible, and the two paths have very good possible outcomes, right? I have people that I have trained that just decided to have that as a side hustle until they felt that the work had traction enough, and then they would just like make it go and let it grow. And I have people who from the beginning, the first thing they did was like, let me get established, know that this is my business, this is the way that I will be offering my services, and then they already established their companies from the beginning. So they had like real businesses even before having clients. I advise against extra expenses before you can afford them. I want you to have the best cost benefit of every investment that you make, okay? So I want you to first know for sure what your next steps will be, and then you will invest in maybe having an LLC or a corp or whatever kind of business you want to have. So when someone asked about taxes, the kind of taxes that you will file will depend on how you will structure your business. And they will also be different depending on where you are. When you announce for clients, depending on where you are, okay? So if I were back in Brazil with the business that I have, I would right now have a 4% tax flat. That's it, nothing else. The best of the the best in the world taxation for a business, because I'm a small entrepreneur. My business is consulting. So the kind of taxes that I would be paying would be like 4% only. And it's annual and it's easy. Because I'm here, it's more complex. And it depends on like the kind of business that I can have, because I'm on a green card type of thing, is different from the kind of business that you can have if you are in your country or whatever else. So to that point, I would say, do not bring too many questions to a moment where they're not necessary. Just like start doing it, start like really seeding or sowing your seeds, growing your field. And then when you are confident about what you want to do, okay, so what do I have to do now? Because now you know what business model you want to have. So don't do things before you're ready. Don't put the cart before the horses. Okay? Horses come first, cart comes after. One thing after the other. I saw that there was a question here. Fast, quick. Let me see. When you announce for clients, do you suggest them strategy call? I don't use strategy calls all the time. I use strategy calls when I find that they will help them and me. But that's a strategy that you can, that's a business model, that's a business strategy that you can absolutely use. Right? Oh no, Elle says it's 15%. Now 15% is not bad. 15% is not bad. Here, I think, I don't know what it really is. That is the part of a business that I am not that knowledgeable about. What else? What other questions do you have? That's it? Is this when we say goodbye? Oh no, I don't want to say goodbye. Well, it's been like 8 amazing days. It's been what a week. It's been really awesome having you around all of these days. Something important, the group will be there. I hope that the group will keep growing, because when I run new challenges, most likely I'll be running the challenges to the same group. So keep interacting, keep sharing things, keep asking things, because I'm going to be there. The content from this week will go down on Tuesday, when we have the first, or not the first, but the orientation meeting for the program. On Tuesday, I will send an email tomorrow with like all information, but we will have an orientation meeting. It's not class. It's just a meeting for you to understand what's coming next and how this is going to happen. Okay? And then the program begins in June. Your window for registration is open until midnight Pacific tonight. And it's Pacific just because we have people from there and they are the latest, the ones that are like behind in time. So I just wanted to give people who are in the Pacific time zone, right, Helen, some time to work today and make their registration. So go ahead, do it as soon as you can, so that on Tuesday, you're ready for our orientation call. If you have any questions, you already know that I am here for you. So send me a DM. I will help you. Okay? If you have a dream, I'm here to help you fulfill that. There's still time. Oh, yes, that's it. So this is it. This is where we part. And yesterday I heard this thing that I loved, which is like, I love you, but I'll leave you. I loved learning that. So I love you, but I will leave you today. And I am looking forward to seeing each and every one of you again on Tuesday in our orientation call. God bless and have a beautiful Sunday. Bye.